What are the benefits of being a raw foodist? That's what this video is about. I myself, Ram Hotep, am a raw food revolutionist. I myself, Ram Hotep, believe that being a raw foodist is the diet of the gods. When you are a raw foodist, you are manifesting God, because nature is God, and the plants come from nature. Nature is what keeps us alive every day. The sun is a part of nature. If the sun doesn't come out, we would not be able to exist. And when you eat a raw foods diet, you're eating a solar diet. The plants get all of their energy and sustenance from the elements: earth, air, water, and fire. These things alone give the plants their energy, nothing else. So when you eat the plants and when you eat raw foods, you are taking in all of the elements: ether, air, earth, water, fire. And as a spiritual person and as a metaphysician, I teach that when you take in all of the elements and you eat a raw foods diet, this is the diet of an alchemist, because you're taking in all the elements at once. You're taking in every element at once. And not only that, but when you eat a raw foods diet, it allows you to have a better life. Eating a raw foods diet is like the experience of riding in a Lexus versus riding in a Chevrolet. Riding in a Chevrolet is okay. It's okay. But riding in a Lexus, it's nothing like it. It's a smooth ride. And then you have the amenities and the things that you get, which is being in a Lexus. Certain things, certain perks that you get from being in a Lexus that you don't get from being in a Chevrolet. Well, that's the same way it is when you eat a raw foods diet versus eating a meat-based diet. When you eat a plant foods diet, a plant-based diet, it's like riding in a Lexus in your body. You feel like you're in a Lexus. You can have sex longer, and I'll start with that, because humans, they like incentives to eat good, and we love sex. So yeah, eating a raw foods diet, you can have sex longer, males. So maybe you should take on a diet like that so you can please your woman longer. You have sex longer. When you do have sex, the scent isn't as bad. Now, we all have scents and pheromones, and sometimes those scents aren't pleasant. When you eat a raw foods diet, the good thing about it is that these scents become a lot more pleasant, because what you consume comes out of you in the form of smell. And when you consume animal flesh, people can smell that. Women, you want a man to go down on you and to give you oral sex, but you eat animal flesh, and men can smell that. And a raw food male will not want to smell that. You wonder why a raw food male doesn't want to give you oral sex. And I'm not beating up on anybody here. I'm just keeping it real, because sometimes as a teacher, you have to give people information based on where they're at. So the benefits of it, I'm going to give you a lot of mundane benefits on eating a raw foods diet and why it's cool. I'm not even going to give you the spiritual benefits. So sex life, it enhances it. It enhances it. The women, you're going to have the men going to be always want to go down on you. Men, you're going to have so much energy. Your woman is going to be tired. She's going to be like, I'm tired. Like, you know, like most women usually are still wanting it. It's like after the man, you know, does his thing or whatever, but you start eating that raw foods diet, the woman's going to be like, this is too much. This is too much. So that's one benefit of it. Then you start talking about working rituals. And a lot of people saying, oh, they get rituals from me. And they like, Ram Hotep, I got this ritual from you. It didn't work. And you looking at me like, it's my fault or something. That ain't my fault. My rituals work. I'm not sitting on here making this stuff up. Everything, my whole life is based on magic. So everything I do is based on magic. But you know why it works? It's because I eat a raw food diet. That's the key and the secret to my success. Is the fact that I eat a raw foods diet that makes everything else go good for me, because I'm an alchemist. I eat brain food, which is plant-based food, is brain food. So therefore, I have my higher senses are activated because of the way I eat. So you may just be dependent on linear ways of making money. You know, get up, work hard, 9 to 5, invest, save for wealth. Whereas me, I'm not linear. I get the chance to see outside the box because of the fact I'm eating a raw foods diet. So I can see into the fourth dimension. So I can see a way to make money that doesn't require any investment, doesn't require any energy on my part. It doesn't require anything. It just requires me thinking outside the box. When I do my magic rituals and I work my magic, It works because of the fact that I'm a raw foodist. Why? Because my kundalini and my chi is a lot higher. When you take in a plant-based diet, you're taking in more chi. When you eat cows and sheep and chicken, it takes a lot of chi to digest those things. It takes a lot of chi to digest those things. So by the time you get time to go to your altar, you've been eating all this dairy and cow and rice and all this stuff. You get to your altar to do your ritual and you burnt out. You're tired. And you wonder why your ritual's not working because you're worried about work. You're tired. You're stressing. You're worried. You know what I'm saying? So your rituals aren't working. You need chi. And when you eat a raw foods diet, you get plenty of it. Get plenty of chi because you constantly just taking in the plants, and plants constantly taking in chi. And the thing is that your body doesn't use any type of chi to digest plants. Believe it or not, when you start to eat a plant, it starts to digest in your mouth. As you're eating it, it's already digesting itself. So your body doesn't have to work as hard to break down food. And that's another good reason why you want to be raw. Being raw is great because you can go for like 3 days and 2 and 3 days working nonstop, and you might get tired and crash for 2 or 3 days. But the good thing is that not for 2 or 3 days, you might get tired and crash for some hours after that. But what I'm saying is that when you're raw food is you can push yourself that extra mile a lot more. You could push yourself that extra mile and do a lot more within yourself because you have more energy. You're not as tired. So it's a lot of benefits to eating raw. It really is. When you start talking about eating raw, you don't have to go to the doctor. So you cut off on, I don't go to the doctor. I don't have a doctor. I don't pay a medical bill. So you save money because usually most people that eat raw use herbs as their medicine to heal themselves. So you don't have to go to the doctor. You don't have to spend all that money on medicine. It's just a better overall way of living. It's a better overall way of life. The quality of life is better. You don't worry as much. You don't stress as much. You just don't have as many things holding you back. So I definitely endorse a total raw foods diet for those people out there in 2013. If you want your rituals to work, if you want your magic to work, let go of the meat, period. Let go of the soy, period. Like, eat a straight up raw foods, plant-based diet. You got to do it so that you can begin to get back to nature. Like, you shouldn't really eat something unless you know you can grow it. That's what a raw foods diet is. Like, it's straight out. You can eat it the way it's grown out the ground. Like, meaning you can snatch it out the ground and just eat it. That's when you know you're eating real food. The shit that you guys are eating it's not real food. I'm sorry, it's not. It really upsets me because people are saying, oh, I'm hungry, I'm about to go get something to eat. You ain't about to go get nothing to eat. It's not real food. It's genetically modified. It's processed. Most of it is just a mixture of sugar, wheat, soy. I'm going to do a video talking about all this, but it's not real food, people. Wake up. I thank you for listening and watching. And take up a raw foods diet, please.